Hanging out with my girl today. We decided to go to Goodwill because they just came to our town and we've never been yet. So we're gonna check it out and see if we can find anything for the house or anything else useful. And I thought it'd be fun to take you with us, so let's head on in. I noticed right away there were a lot of clothes, but I don't normally look at clothes at thrift stores. I have quite the chemical sensitivity to detergents, but my daughter did notice that fun dog sweater, so I can't really deal with the clothes at thrift stores because I get all itchy and get headaches. But anyway, I love the home decor section. We found some really cool things. I thought since it was close to the 4th of July, these little Congress parchment papers were pretty cool. They'd look pretty cool framed in a home during the patriotic seasons. This pumpkin water vessel or drink vessel is pretty cool, but they didn't have a lid, so I passed it up. There were other fun little treasures, this tin vase, these cool little tin platters. I didn't know what I would use these plates for without the little legs on it, but if you have ideas, let me know. I'm kind of regretting not picking those up. I'm always on the lookout for cool potting vessels. My daughter loves plants and always needs more of those, so I keep my eye open. Always look through the dish section. I thought these old amber bottles were pretty cool. They're probably made to look old anyway, but they were pretty cool. This cutting board I really wanted to take home with me, but for some reason I was worried that it might be unsanitary. This was a really neat wooden frame. I thought it would look pretty cool on our walls. These were in the tool section, these big clippers. I was guessing if my husband was here, he'd be very intrigued about those. Found a couple of lanterns. There was a silver one and a black one, and I imagine they could make some pretty cool seasonal decor. There was this tiered wire rack. It was $7.99, so I thought a bit much, but I like the style. It kind of looked French to me. It'd be cool to like hold platters and put on a serving table. I always check out the baskets section. In fact, I wanted to hang some baskets on the beams in our home, or at least one beam. So I'm looking for some really cool baskets with handles. Didn't really luck out here as far as what I was looking for, but that's something I'm gonna keep looking for. How about this floral couch? Should I have brought it home? This tie was really interesting. Okay, these books, they were 100 years old for $2.99 each. It was like this set of old encyclopedias. I was fascinated and stood here for a long time checking them out. I just really like old books, but when it came down to it, it was just a cool find, and I really have nowhere in my home for them. But what do you guys think? Would you have picked these up for $2.99? This whole encyclopedia set. There were a couple missing editions, but that cover is so cool. I liked this page. It was about how to eat proper and balanced meals. I thought it was pretty neat. All right, I'm back and I feel like I did pretty good. So let me share with you the things I brought home with me. And there are a few things I know today right away I want to prop up around the house. So I'll show you what I do with them. Okay, what to show you first? How about this? This adorable wood frame. I love it. I wish kind of that it had glass in it, but it doesn't have it. But still, I think like a vintage print would look pretty good in there. And then, okay, so they have this really interesting like section of bags in Goodwill that I'd never seen at thrift stores before, but seems like they just take like items and put them in bags, and if you want one thing you have to buy the whole thing, so that's what happened here. I wanted this cool wooden pastry roller. Super cute. I have a plastic one, but I'm always trying to make or buy things in the kitchen that are not only handy and useful but look a little old-fashioned. I think that's fun. So we're gonna sanitize this baby and make good use of it. That's all I wanted in this bag, but I got this. I have no idea. What is this? Like some kind of weird whisk tongs thing. Anyone know? Is it useful? Should I keep it or should it go back to the thrift store? And then in this bag was this garlic stripper. It looks like it makes handy use of stripping garlic. But honestly, these things I just find a pain to store and clean, and I'd rather just smash the garlic with my hands. So that might get donated back to the Goodwill, along with my whisk tongue chomper thing. All right, super excited about the wooden roller though. Okay, this may not seem super special, but it's just this tiny little wooden basket, and I grabbed it because we hosted family this weekend and I was wanting to put like chocolates by the pillows or have a cute place for treats in the bathroom, and I had nothing, and I kept visualizing I need this tiny little basket, and I found it at the Goodwill. Of course, now I'm looking at it, this cost me $1.99, which was probably a bit of a ripoff, but nonetheless, it came home with me. Okay, this is for hubby. I love it. It's this adorable tie, like a linen fabric, red plaid tie. I just thought it was so, so cute. And a really good deal at $3.99, so good find. And then these three little wicker baskets, or no, they're not wicker, they're wooden baskets. They came home with me. I think they'd be really cute in the pantry, holding our bananas, apples, produce that we get. So I think these will be adorable in the pantry. Then I grabbed these two lanterns. They need a good cleaning, and I don't know that they're antique or anything, but they look it. They're $3 each. And I think they'd be really cute just propped on a side table or in some kind of little vignette with a candle in it. I just thought they were really cute. They could be something simple from like Hobby Lobby, but they have that like primitive vintage feel that I'm after for this home, so I think they'll work great. All right, this was my most exciting find, and I love it so much that I don't even know where to put it for sure, but it's this cool little hook. It's like black iron. It's dirty, $2.99, but I can see it in a lot of places. It could be great in a bathroom. It could be great like on the ends of these cabinets. However, I'm gonna be really, really nervous about drilling holes in them since they're just finished. But maybe on a wall in a kitchen, it could hang like cleaning supplies, aprons, towels, little baskets of garlic. I'm gonna have to go around the house and kind of visualize the best spot for this. It might actually look really good attached to the brick surround for our oven. I could hang like cast iron pots on there and pans. Oh, so many places. It has a made in China in the back, so I know it's not like actually vintage antique, but it looks it, so pretty cool. I ended up grabbing this just brown terracotta pot. We're always in need of these, and I have a spot in the garden that I know right where I want it to go. And then I grabbed this tin vase. Probably just a antique fake, but looks pretty cool. And I think with some baby's breath in there, it could be pretty cute. And then I grabbed a couple of these candles that have a pretty cool top on it. Mostly, this one's gonna go in one of those lantern things, but this one's perfect for this little tin candle holder base that I grabbed. I like that. Again, it feels very colonial, primitive. Exactly what I'm hoping to sprinkle around this house to get me that vibe. And then lastly, I did grab some of these little teacups. I thought, let me get you a close-up. I thought that floral pattern was really pretty. I'm just noticing this one has a chip on it. But I got a couple of these. I have an idea for where I want to use them. So rather than tell you, I'll just go show you. So with these little teacups, I thought it'd be fun to put them in our canisters that we get our oats and flour out of. It just kind of elevates the everyday, I guess, makes it pretty and special. So that was my idea here, and I think it's pretty fun. There was the other white one that I got, and it wouldn't fit into a canister like this, but I was needing somewhere to put like limes and lemons. If I put limes and lemons in the fridge, I forget about them. So I thought right here in this cute white bowl would be a perfect spot for it. All right, let's play around with this metal rack. This is how it looks against the brick. I could put it on the side or maybe even center it in the oven area and then hang our cast iron pans from that. Really liking how that feels. And then I tried it out over here on the end of the cabinets. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna be really nervous about drilling holes in here. I've always wanted to put hooks here. Maybe that's where we just wanna put the garbage basket, but it would look pretty cool here too, but I've got to be 100% sure. So I played around with it in a couple other places. It could be a nice coat rack here by the front door. I don't know, let me know what you think, but I'm gonna sit on this one for a while. We have our oven coming this week, so once that's in, I'll probably play around with it more. Okay, you're getting a little sneak peek of our dining table that my husband built out of the reclaimed wood that we found buried in my grandpa's junkyard. This is where I put the little tin can with some baby's breasts, super cute. But this dining table turned out beautiful. I do think the redwood from the dining table clashes with the hutch. And so I'm now trying to figure out, do I sand the hutch down? Do I paint it like a creamy white? I don't know. I'm gonna have to stare at it for a while, but let me know what you think. And then I'm really glad I grabbed this candle holder. I don't know if that's what it's meant for, but I think it's sweet and just looks cute here next to the couches where we put our little bookshelf. It's just a nice touch. I'm wishing I would have grabbed the other plates. Not sure what I'd do with them, but they are the look I'm going after. I added a little wooden roller to this drawer with all my cooking utensils. Threw the lanterns up on the mantle for now. The mantle's not decorated because I gave it a good scrub and clean. And then I added this terracotta pot out here on this cute bicycle that's in our yard. I really want to get some plants in there. I think it would be cute. And now I'm really excited that I grabbed these wooden baskets for our produce. It looks charming. I could see these baskets in like a shop holding supplies and products. They're really cute, pretty happy about them. I added my apples, my bananas, and then a bag of potatoes to the last one. I'm gonna keep my eye open for more of these because we always have produce sitting out. I think this is a really cute way to display it. Anyway, had some great luck at Goodwill. Super excited that it's in our town, and I will most likely be visiting it frequently. Let me know what you think of the Goodwill, if you found some good things lately. But thanks for coming along with me, and I'll be back very soon to share more inspiration for the keeper of the home.